Hi guys, it's Kay and the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Thank you so much for joining with me on the video today. We're going to do a zodiac reading, and I've already shook the box because it makes a lot of noise, and I'll just randomly pull one now. Archangel Michael, which one? Here we go. A for, I think that is A for, yeah, Aries. A for Aries. We got Aries. And then here, A-R-I. And then I'll go in the other box when I'm done, so not to be pulled again this month. So for February, we got Aries for our zodiac reading today. So let's begin, guys. Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, thank you so much for enveloping me in your beautiful angelic wings of love, protection, and guidance. Will you please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies for our Aries and to help me see clearly? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what do our Aries viewers need to know or want to know today, February the 9th, 2024, Friday? Thank you. So these cards are not past, present, and near future. They're just what's going to inform the reading some more. A little bit of information. What do we have? Book. Okay. Hidden things, mystery, philosophy, intellectual knowledge, education, secrets, the unknown, manuscripts, and author. So there's something that you either found out, that you learned, or you need to know something yet. Okay. And then we have the trophy. That came up yesterday. So win, victory, reputation, success, key experience, merit, goals, recognition, fame, deserve an award, ambition, and achievement. So there's something that you needed to know so that it could help you achieve something. Right? And the moon, because something was hidden. Intuition, subconscious, fantasy, romance, psyche, affection, recognition. That's recognition twice. There's recognition right there and recognition here. Invitation, sensuality, artistic, and the divine feminine. Very interesting. 31 and 32, the numbers are. 26, 31, and 32. Okay, so we have that. Let's find out what the story is. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what do our Aries viewers need to or want to know? What's the story here? That as it relates to these three cards up here, the book, trophy, and the moon. One more. Yeah. Says that's enough. There we go. We have 19. Which is sun. Wow, that's a great card to start off with, isn't it? Yeah, the sun. Wow, we got the moon here, got the sun here. Interesting. And then we have 1, which is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, yeah. Well, is it the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles? Oh no, it's the Magician. That's why I see the Pentacle there. It's the Magician. Sorry guys, new deck, right? Well, okay, so we have the wand that he's, manifesting with, the sword of truth he's using as his guide kind of thing, as well as knowing, the pentacle is on the floor because it represents nature, it represents earth, it represents like all things worldly, like 3D, and then the cup of love, which is behind him, as you can see, which means he's in touch with his emotions, and he knows that his emotions support his decisions to do things, to do or not do, to manifest or not manifest. So the Magician, that's awesome, the Sun and the Magician. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, look at there's some hard work going on for that gentleman there. He's carrying that lady across the water so that she doesn't get her feet wet. That's very nice of him. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. Somebody who is, we don't know just yet. And the 11 card, which is Justice, right? Yep. So balancing. She's got a hat and a bouquet of flowers. And she's, you know, she's got a veil on so that she can judge. She can make a decision that's not going to be flowered or flavored in any way by what she sees, you know. Let's see. She can see something, obviously, because it's not a very, like, look, you can see her eyes through there. They're closed, or are they closed? I don't know. It's hard to tell. If they're not closed, she doesn't have any pupils. Okay, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Is that what that is? The feather in the cap at the top. Yeah, it has to be the Page of Pentacles. That's making an offer. Okay, what's on the back of the deck? We have the Four of Wands. Wow. Some kind of commitment, safety and security, celebration of a reunion, or just being married. We have 14, which major arcana is the Temperance card. So everybody's chilling, you know. She's gonna have a drink in a having a drink in a shell, what do you call a cup? Anyways, I can't think of it, but he's got a baseball bat here. That's why I was laughing. Or that's his cane. No, that's his cane. Okay, so he's got to put his cane down, lean it up against the bartender's counter with the cup. It's like a wine cup, but it's not. I can't remember. It starts with a C. Yeah, that's me. Then the Fool. Wow, Fool. And oh, the Emperor. Isn't that the Emperor, number 4? Emperor number 4. Yeah, that's the Emperor. Wow, look at all these major arcanas. There's the Two of Wands. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Rough waters, calmer waters in a relationship. 9 of Pentacles. That's being independent and single, ready to mingle kind of thing. Living the good life. Is that a 9? Yeah. And then there's the 9 in the major arcana, which is the Hermit. Yeah, he's got his little lamp. Okay. 9 of Wands. I don't know why that. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'm just kind of getting familiar with the deck. But what do we have for a story here? I mean, let's check out the major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 out of 10, that's over half of the cards on the table are major arcana. This is a big thing, Aries. This is a very big thing. So pay attention. This is a big thing. I say that with divine encouragement. This is a big thing. Tea leaf. Gong. An exciting event is coming or happening right now in your neighborhood. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Well, that's the Emperor right over here. It's the very last card. This is your energy as an Aries. And the Emperor could be Aries and Scorpio. I'm not very knowledgeable about that. And teardrops, great personal sorrow. Chair filled, someone new is entering your life. Yay. Lovely. Now that this one, I got a hit off of it right away, was that the great personal sorrow is as a result of becoming all the hardships you've had that have made you wiser. It will leave you, this is a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So an exciting event, possibly you're going to be able to do what you need to do in order for you to fill that chair that's been empty in your life. That you've got somebody on your mind already that you're excited about going towards for one reason or another. Reconnecting with them. Yeah, you've learned something. Take it on a new philosophy. You've taken on a new philosophy. You've learned something. You've done some research. You've been educated. You've come to reveal truths that were hidden as secrets before because you didn't really know to even look for those, or you didn't believe them at one time. But by God, you do now. And then that's making you feel like really excited about something. Like you've achieved so much in a short period of time. You really have. It took a long time, a long journey for you to get to this. But as soon as you really like connected, like plugged yourself in to a different way of thinking. Do we have a hangman here? No. But a different way of thinking to reveal all that was hidden from you, and for you to start revealing your own truths to your own self. Like, I am wholly worthy, 100%. I am unconditionally loved by the one within me. And because that one that's within me is my soul. That's who I really am. My soul. I have a soul. I do. I really do. I may never have paid much attention to it, but by God, I am now. I like that expression. By God, I am now. You're feeling very, very, because you know you're all about like achieving, Aries. You're the number one. You're the go-getter in the zodiac family, right? In the constellations, you are the ram. You're the one that just takes the bull by the horns, or the ram by the horns, and you just charge forward. Could be impulsively and recklessly at times, mostly when you're younger, but then you start using it as a strength for yourself because you stand up, you take charge and control of your life as an emperor, the Aries that you are, taking leaps of faith into the unknown because you know things now. You have revealed secrets. Like, you know that there's so much more to you than you ever allowed yourself to know before, and you're finding out how very strong you really are. You've been using your intuition so that you can have a look at what's really been holding you back and delaying you in having the kind of life that you'd like to have, especially in the love department, if not also in the financial department. Because when we hold ourselves back from really believing in our worthiness and paying attention to the soul that we have within us, we actually end up putting on our own. We do this ourselves. The world doesn't do it. No one else is responsible for it. But because of that non-belief in who that strength, that real strength and power that you have within you, because of that non-belief, you end up putting a ceiling over you, capping you off at a certain achievement level, if you want to say. You just are not going to be able to raise the cup like that as high as it would shine with the sun behind it when you're not in full belief of who you really are, as opposed to who you've been thinking you are and been working on your world, operating on your world from that belief and perspective, which is upside down. As I mentioned in the collective, we put God at the end whenever we take consideration of something. Okay, it's about putting God first and then everything else inclusively in all areas of our life. That's love and romance. That's career and work, co-worker and employer-employee relationships. And, to the potential for you to succeed higher and higher, get paid more too. And then there's family and friends, and then there is finances. There's a whole prosperity department of life, and then there is health, and then spirit or religion, God. We put all that last. The first one is this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, then that one, and then that one, and that one is your health, and this one is your spirituality. Okay, so when we start putting it first, then the health starts to improve. We've got to go backwards here. So the health starts improving, our finances start to improve, our family, family, our friendship relationships start to improve, our family relationships and dynamics start to improve, our work relationships start to improve, and our in the love department, romance and love, right, department starts to improve. However, when you have spirituality as your number one, or God is your number one, and you focus on God, and don't just pull him out whenever you're having a bad time, like off a shelf, but otherwise he's sitting there collecting dust. Keep him foremost in the front of your mind as to doing things the right way, in a way that you know you can be proud of yourself for. You do that. Apologize, doorbell. That must mean there's something truthful about that. And I know that. Ding dong, ding dong. You do that though, and everything else is inclusive. So everything else heals all at once. Like, I mean, together. It's not like you gotta heal this department first before you can pay attention to healing the next department, and so on and and so on and so forth. You end up healing it all at the same time, like it's getting worked on all at the same time, because there's no point of past, present, and future, you know, past and future, anything. There's no point that's on that line of you know, linear movement. No, it's not. It's all like holographic. There's points here, there, that all get, because all those lines, they're all connected. Points are all connected with lines of spirit, of energy, you know, all these energetic connections all at once. You put the biggest spirituality, the biggest spirit, God, at the top, and it just trickles all throughout that whole hologram, throughout the whole thing, you know, like this. That's what it does. When you're trying to be at the helm instead of the God, the spirit at the helm, Aries, it's just your little will as opposed to God's, you know, all-encompassing will, very powerful will for healing. Your little will is really, it's got to take the linear approach. Really, it's got to take the linear approach. When you're not looking and connecting like an umbilical cord, where you're already connected to the big will, and then just going like, you know how an astronaut has to be, back in the day they had to be connected to the spaceship, right, or something like that, and they could only go so far. So now, so that's what you could look at. You're kind of like that astronaut going out, and you got to work on this relationship or this department of your life first, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, because one feeds into the other, and so forth and so on. But when you don't have to have that umbilical cord, because you're allowing God, you're putting it all in God's hand with your faith and trust that God is going to take care of it, all holographically on your behalf, right? It all gets healed together, not at the same time, but at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. Yes, sir, ma'am, Aries. Let's go forth. Let's go forth and do big things. All right, so you've been revealing what you've been afraid of, that you're allowing yourself to look at it now, because you're becoming like knowledgeable, and you're feeling like, I can do this, I can do this. I can raise my ceiling to the point where there is no glass ceiling above me. I'm not going to ever be capped off on anything ever again in life. So if I want to start a new business, for example, it's not going to fail. I got God at the top, at the helm of my life now, as opposed to me trying to make everything work. Just little old me trying to make everything work, which has been a misunderstanding between yourself and God. Okay? It's been a misunderstanding that just little old you needs to do it all, and that you should never bother God unless it's for something like really, really, really important. I used to think that way. I remember a long time ago when I was in my teens or early 20s, I was talking about this with a friend or something. I said, I don't know what the problem is. I never bother God. I don't never go to him for, in other words, it is like a child-parent relationship. Well, parents become overwhelmed, and they can't always take care of our boo-boos and concerns. And so that's kind of, I guess, the way I was looking at it, is I never go to God, so it's not like he's got to look at me and go, Oh, you again. What is it now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you thought that way too. I am. But you know, God's never overwhelmed. And He always has time and love for us and healing to give. Always. He's full of it, you know. He's all there is. Okay, so let's carry on. You got somebody who wants to fill your chair, or you want them to fill your chair. Yeah, it's an exciting event. Maybe you're moving somewhere that you just are so excited about going. Like, I know if you're Aries, right? I'm Sagittarian. I love to travel. I mean, not so much on the plane. I used to, but it's just so much of a rigmarole now that I would choose to just go by vehicle or just stay home. But if I have to go by plane, that's fine. There's no problem with that. But I just love to go places. I love to go places. I love to check out new things. And I know Aries is like that too. So, because they're fiery people, they're full of excitement and other things. But yeah, for sure. So, okay, shut up and let's get going, right? Okay. So the Sun, please. Knight of Swords. That's really seizing the opportunity. With the Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Well, this is the one you want them to fill your chair. You want the Queen of Wands in your chair. You do? Yes, you do. You're going to come forward to the Queen of Wands and make an offer, as well as reveal all of your secrets to them, that the enlightenment that you've had in your life, and at the same time knowing that this one is the one. Look at her. She's got a sunflower right there. She's a lot of fun. She's an Aries, Leo, or Sag herself. I'm not sure if it's a Leo, but there's definitely a Sag in there. I think. I might be wrong. Again, I don't know about these zodiacs with the energy of the cards. But yeah, you want her sitting not on her own throne, but she can if she wants. She could sit on that throne on your chair too, okay? You're cool with that. She makes you incredibly happy thinking about her filling your chair. Yes, sir. You had been sitting for a long time in crossroads of not making a decision, but you have finally been enlightened by the divine, because you've learned some things through all of this, and you're just saying, I feel like a new man. I feel like a new man because, I got, when you can stop and think about God as being someone who's actually protecting you, and God's got your back, so it means like magic and miracles are going to happen in your life that you don't have to do anything about. It's just going to show up. How exciting is that? Don't you feel safe and secure when you know God has got, when you truly believe that, right? So the Magician, what did you manifest? You manifest a 5 of Swords and a 5 of Cups, which is the Wheel of Fortune added together, right? With Justice, yeah. So these are you paying off karmic debt. That's what you've been manifesting. There's Lovers. You have been manifesting the paying off karmic debt that is as a result of you being in like self-centered, selfish ways. And the reason why you were in selfish ways is because you didn't see yourself as worthy, and you would say, oh no, I always see myself as worthy. No. If you're truly honest with yourself, you would know that this all becomes this behavior happens as a result of not believing in yourself, not believing who you are and how worthy you really are, and how loved and cherished you are, deeply loved and cherished. You would never behave or feel like this ever again. Never. Once you fully get on board with that. Okay? And that's the karmic debt being paid off through the experiences that you've been having in past relationships, whatever department of your life, but I usually deal with love. So that's what it would be with love and romance, right? Something was not balanced, but you have been manifesting a way of setting the record straight for your past, so that you could move forward and heal and balance that a past relationship you had with this Queen of Wands here, that you at one time had as a the other woman in your life. You were juggling, but you're balancing now. Because this is balancing with the scales of justice, and this is you balancing your heart and mind together. No more just so much so focused on how your little will, your ego can do what you need to do and get what you want to get in your life. Being so 3D focused, and just like with the heart, it's like it's just an organ floating around there inside my body somewhere. It's, you know, I don't need to pay attention to it. As long as it, you know, does this, we're good. Now you're looking at it, the heart, yes, although it's an organ, every time it pumps, it's putting out spiritual energy, right? It's energy. Spiritual energy that's coming from your soul. Coming from your soul, speaking to you in that still small voice of the heartbeat. What does your heart beat for? Really, what does it do? Not to just keep you physically alive. It's for you to follow a purpose in life. To follow your heart is to follow the love that you are within that soul that's pumping through your heart, right? To follow its urges, because it's, you follow your heart, you can never go wrong. You listen to your heart with your mind, and your heart is listening to your, you know, your logic too, because there's got to be a nice fine balance, compromise between the two of you. Because you know, if you, you know, when you're listening to your heart, your emotions are under control, but you can get so like, oh, so lovey-dovey, and you think, oh, I want to jump all over this woman or this guy and just like wrap myself around them. No, you can't do that unless they want you to. So your heart, your logic, your mind would say, no, they probably wouldn't like me to do that, especially for the first time I meet them. You know, so your heart's going, okay, I'll wait a day or two. Yeah, something like that. Okay, Aries, let's go forward. And we're talking about the Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work, but it leads to rewards. How happy you think that lady's going to be? Because you carried them across the water. Ace of Wands, that's how happy she's going to be. Yes, and the King of Cups. Wow. And the Magician is right there again. And the Wheel of Fortune, which is these two cards right here. So now, because you paid off your karmic debt, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. You got so much love going on here. You got a brand new path ahead of you that the divine is offering you, because you're following your heart. You're getting to know who you truly are. So you got passionate pursuits to, you know, to walk and like to pursue and to experience. One of them is going to lead you giving a cup of I love you. I am devoted and loyal and loving to you. You're the one. To somebody that you really care for, that you're manifesting a brand new beginning with, right? There you go, right? There you go. You got big things coming to you. It's Wheel of Fortune is big fortune. Big things coming your way, because you grew up emotionally. You put your heart and your mind in the same vicinity of each other. No longer just always, it's going to be like always heart and mind together now. There's no more just me doing it my way, my will, and I got to do it in order to have it. You're going to say to your heart, what can we do that's the right way of doing it, and the loving, compassionate, caring, kind way of doing it. See, that's the kind of thing. That's taking the big will, you know, God's will over the hologram, right? Taking God's will. And as you follow God's will, doing the things caring, kind, and compassionate, and truthful, and all this sort of stuff with good intentions, doing things the right way, God says, God's heart goes, wee! If God had a heart, right? God's heart goes, wee! And all those these goes through the whole hologram and starts healing all those areas of your life, like I said a few minutes ago. Talk about great fortune, right? When that happens, you literally shave off years of your lifetime in having to try and mend difficult situations, challenging relationships on your own. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Three of Cups that came out in the reverse. Interesting. There's the Two of Swords. There's the Empress. And there's this one here. Okay, so this is your wife we're talking about, the one you've been committed to. And probably the one, well, it could be the one that you put into this, she's the other woman in your life. She could be still the other woman in your life, whether or not you're actually communicating in a romantic way with them. Just the fact that you have this love for them and this desire to be with them makes them the other woman in your life. It's kind of, you know, I've heard this and I'm not necessarily in agreement with it, but it's worth repeating, is that when we think certain ways towards somebody, and if we're in a committed relationship with somebody, it means we're cheating on them, even though we're not actually physically doing anything about it. We're just thinking about it and feeling it. Whatever. So here we go. 3 of Cups. She put you in a third party. That darn Queen of Pentacles made you sit on the fence, not knowing what the heck to do. It was very, very painful for you to realize that your wife was not being fair in your relationship. She was you give to her and she gave it to somebody else in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. And that's the teardrops part here. That's that one. Great personal sorrow. It cut you to the core. It hurt you deeply. But at the same time, you learn so much about yourself, and you learn too that now you're free. If you take action and don't sit on the fence too long, you take action, start wanting to fill the empty chair you put out there because you cut this one out of your life. She's no longer filling your chair. You can let this other one here fill your chair. Is she even here? Well, I guess she's not, but she may show up yet. So we have justice then, right? Justice here, justice there. The Star, that's healing, balancing again. Look at all this balancing. You got balancing with the Justice, got balancing with the Pentacles, balancing with the Star. This is all healing, by the way. And balancing again with the Justice card. Then you got the 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles, which is here, right? Now an Ace of Swords, which was where? Was this Ace? No, that's the Magician. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Wow. These cards are not that easy to look at, let me tell you. Okay, so, yep. Justice. You have options. Yes, you do. You have options and opportunities. However, I feel as though there's only one that you really want to reconnect with and heal that connection. They are very much been, like to you, a guiding star in your night sky, because whenever you think about them, you think of doing right. You know, making things right. Getting things right between you. Putting an effort in. No longer making them feel like they're just an option to you. To let them know how much you really feel. To show them truth and honesty and clarity. Being authentic. This is a messenger of needing to say something. I mean, this is a brand new path. Sorry, guys. Pardon me. A brand new path of truth, clarity, and honesty. You know, you're going to be authentic. That's the Justice. That's becoming authentic. Putting the work in on yourself so that you can mend and heal things between you and her. That is what's going to bring justice to the connection, is you showing up authentic. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Archangel Michael, 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Hierophant, and Hierophant, yeah. Okay, and this one wants to come out. The 10 of Pentacles with the Strength card. Okay, there's the Tower. So yeah, you had you've been having to face the reality of a marriage that's been crumbling, that made you have to go independent and put your marriage behind you because of the sneaky, selfish, deceptive, manipulative behaviors that that your Queen of Pentacles was behaving in this long-term relationship of marriage, right? But you've since, when you became single, you've since gone, you know, you really are like, you're saying, God, I need you so much right now. Kind of, you know, help me to do what I need to do. To put these toxic behaviors of my own behind me that's got me into the mess in the first place. I had pretended when I met this Queen of Wands that I was single and available. But in fact, I was actually married and committed. I was in a long-term commitment. I had no intentions of leaving behind, breaking up. So I held back. I held back from making an offer to the Queen of Wands in a way that she probably expected was going to happen. I held back. So let's see. We've got the Four of Wands, and we have Temperance. That's bringing peace, calm, and serenity into your life, while coasting and healing again. Healing. Before you take a leap of faith, in your take charge, take control Emperor energy, where you're a master manifester in this energy, and you lead empires, and you are generous, kind, faithful. You can be trusted. You're just smart. You're highly intelligent. You're fair, and you hear people out. You're all the things of all four kings, all four kings together in this one energy here. So you're everything plus being a master manifester and highly divinely intuitive and connected. You are tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. You are totally allowing the God within you, the Hierophant within you, to lead the way. Because you're the kind of guy, you're gonna lead. You're a great leader, but you know when it's time to step back a bit and be a follower for a minute. And when it comes to the divine, you're very happy to allow the divine to lead. If anyone's going to lead, it's the divine, right? So let's talk to the Four of Wands for a second here, because I want to know a little bit more about the direction you're going in now that you had been holding back. You had been holding back your offer. There's a reason why you're still holding back. Let's see what's going on. The Tower comes out. Five of Cups. Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And there's you still not wanting to let her go, I should say. After all, she wants you want her to fill your chair right here, right? So, but yeah, there is a pessimism, there is a regret, there is negative thinking of being worried and not enough. Remember I talked about the worthiness aspect? You still need time spent with your God. You still need time hanging out, receiving in hermit land and stuff. It looks like you still need hermit time, hermit land time. Awakening, any awakenings here? I'm looking at my cards. If I can remember. Wow, guys. You don't have anything here that says that we're quite clearly spending time. Although you are a master manifester now and you have this love for him, there's still doubts in your mind of whether God really is there for you or not, and how worthy you are as a result. If you know God's there for you, you don't have to worry about whether you're worthy or not. That just comes with the territory. You inherit that belief. The Tower here is saying that things are, you still need to break down a bit more yet. You still need to break down. They say you need to fall before you get up. You need to be broken. That's it. You need to be broken, all the way broken. You're not enough broken yet. You're not enough all the way broken, because you're still crying over spilt milk. You're crying over the decisions you've made, yes, remorse and regret, and you're missing her dearly. But you're not enough in the upright thinking to say, hell yeah, I got 2 of Cups back here. I don't need to be crying over these spilt milk anymore of how I did things back then, how things have worked out for me. All I have to do is stop looking at the ground that way, turn around and look there and see those 2 cups, which is right there. The 2 of Cups, right there. Those are the 2 cups right there. That's all you have to do. And the divine is saying, come on, break this down, this side of you down, this part of you who does not believe in yourself. Break that down and really see the truth, the light and the truth of who you really are. Because once you do, you can't ever go back to thinking you're not worthy, which helps you move forward, because you're moving forward under the new understanding that you are very powerful and very loved, deeply loved by the divine that is always on the path with you. It's just whether or not you're going to turn to them, to the divine, and say, will you help me fight this last battle? You know, for love's sake, fight this last battle. Pick up your baton, your wand, and go forward with courage and strength, right? Don't hold back it anymore. Holding it back is what gets you into this kind of mess. Toxic energy. You sit in that. You start thinking about how you can do what you need to do in order to get what you want to get. And it's not necessarily going to do it the right way. So guys, let's see what the Island Time Wellness cards have for some kind of inspiration for you. Archangel Michael. We're left off with the potential to be able to commit to this lady that the Aries wants to sit in his chair, the Queen of Wands as he knows her. But it looks like in order for him to reconnect and be in a celebratory mode like the Four of Wands would be, right? Feeling secure and safe in a new enterprise with an old person, you know, someone you're reconnecting with. It seems like there's a mindset, there's a belief system that still needs to crumble a bit more yet before Aries is ready for that. What can you tell us about that, Archangel Michael? Please and thank you. The butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Yeah, so you got to pay attention to those inner child wounds. That's the wounded warrior. That's where it's coming from. Old conditioning, like ways of being able to deal with challenges and obstacles on your path to feeling safe and secure and not threatened, like your mortality threatened, your physical being threatened, and wellness. You need to pay attention to your inner child, reconnect with it, right? And let it know that you're there for them all the time, no matter what. They can talk to you all the time, and you're going to promise that you're listening for it. Twin flames. Some of you will be in a twin flame. This is what Michael's saying. Twin flame journey. You're on a long journey. This is a long journey, either physical or mental, and it will leave you wiser at the end. You're in a twin flame journey, like some of you are, where it's the same soul, 2 different bodies, 2 different lifetimes, 2 different, personalities, but the same soul wanting to reconnect, to become whole again. And part of your reason for not feeling so worthy is because you're feeling not whole, like your home is missing, and maybe you're looking at this one as your home, and because you have what do you call it? You have this inner feeling and knowingness that there's a really strong connection between the 2 of you. Okay, you can complement and complete each other. That's only for some of you. Kicking it, in control, talented, driven, kicking bad habits, trying to score, team player, accomplishing goals. There's shit, you know, that's you kicking it, in control and in charge of your life now, kicking the bad habits that you had that was toxic. And it might be things like to the point where you someone who does drugs, smokes, drinks heavily, whatever, that you know you need to, you might be feeling you need to let go of that in order to be with this person who you might see as not somebody who does stuff like that. You know, you might be a gambler, like somebody who spends a lot of time and money gambling. You want to like start reining that in too, because you know, a lot of people, especially couples who have just, you know, haven't been together for a long time, they will break up over money issues. Okay, so guys, we've got the butterfly, you metamorphosing, you know, bringing yourself into a place where you need to be so that you have a higher perspective, no longer just crawling on the ground, so that you can fill your chair that's now become empty. Okay, you might have a twin flame that you're bringing to put in this chair. If not, it'll be a soulmate, and you're kicking it. You really amping up into your emperor energy. So it looks good. It looks really, really good. It's just that you may still need to really go look into your intuition. It's interesting that this card's right here. The subconscious mind, right? Where your fears are pushed down, subconscious mind, that you may need to have a little look-see by letting the walls of denial, the walls of not wanting to know, crumble, so that you can know and you can see it there. Because you cannot heal anything until you know it's there to be healed, and you know it's there. There's just no way of doing anything until you know you need to do it. There's no way of healing anything until you know there's something there to be healed and that you can heal it. Okay, so prayer and meditation. I love you all. Until next month, take care of yourself and have a great weekend. Bye for now.